Can you give me the stat of the day music, please, Billy? Because I've got a stat of the day for you guys. As we mentioned, Joe Flacco and the idea that Anthony Richardson went down again with an injury, and the next thing you know, Mike Tomlin is losing for the first time this season.
To Joe Flacco.
Do me the favor, Billy, of finding the stat of the day music whenever it is that you can get around to it, please.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
He's getting to it.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to get to it at some point. Yeah, you can just play whatever you want, and I'll just give a stat of the day anyways.
Get off my plane.
Okay.
You're good.
Jimmy Butler, this is not the stat of the day. I will wait for Billy to see if he can find it. Jimmy Butler didn't show up at Media Day. Are people going to make a big deal out of that? Because we were all waiting for the costumes, which I can't imagine that Pat Riley likes very much. I have not asked Pat Riley about this, but I'm just assuming in general demeanor that that's not something that he loves. Jimmy Butler didn't show up, and they're saying travel issues.
He apparently did finally get in town, but he's been delayed. He's going to arrive to the building later this afternoon, but that means his annual routine of dressing up for Media Day, we were all wondering what it would be, and so far it's he's dressed up as a DMP because he's not at Media Day. He was in Paris over the weekend in his fashion week, and he was at a PSG game, so they're saying travel issues.
I'm sure Pat Riley loves that as well.
White woman, white.
Start of the day.
Oh, there we go.
Switcheroo.
Start of the day. Start of the day. It is the start of the day. Start of the day. Start of the day. It is the start of the day. Start of the day. Start of the day. It is the start of the day.
From @Velotis on Blue Sky, losses this season in football combined, Stugotz, combined, Justin Fields, Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold have combined to lose 2 games. Mm-hmm. Deshaun Watson has lost 3. The Cleveland Browns have an enormous problem. Their defense was championship worthy last year, and their only giant problem is that they have a quarterback who is taking up a ton of their salary cap, has an enormous amount of guaranteed money, and they're not going to be any good at offense. And I'm telling you, Stugotz, we have not seen in this sport a lot of things that look like this. He can't play anymore. Like, it's crazy. We can go ahead and call it. We've got enough of a sample. We don't have to wait around thinking that he's going to figure something out. He may figure it out, but he's not going to figure it out with that team. Like, I don't know what they do. You can't get out from under that contract.
There's not much you can do. I mean, this is a guy who, 3 years ago was considered one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL and the guy you probably wanted to build a franchise around, and now he can't figure out how to play football. It is crazy. The offense has been bad for over a year now.
But only when he plays. It's not.
Dan, they had Flacco last year. They were fine.
They obviously they missed Chubb. Like, it's an important piece, but they're not going to recover from this. Offensively, they feel to me like the Patriots. Like, they're not going to – they may win games here and there, but it's not something that can be overcome giving this much guaranteed money to a quarterback who stinks.
A lot has been made about officiating. We'll say there was like an 80-yard touchdown to Amari Cooper that got pulled off the board. That was a terrible call that went against Cleveland there. But I'm really fascinated – because as soon as the Cooper thing didn't go their way, you knew that the legion of people that, for whatever reason, feel compelled to go on a public social media app and just cape up for Deshaun Watson. Like, say what you will. Yeah, the offensive line has been bad. Is he a contributing factor there? Is he making the offensive line look worse? Some have said. The fact is, the results haven't been there. But one thing I can never understand, for the life of me, why do you feel the need to defend this? at every turn. There have been plenty of other quarterbacks in Cleveland that would love the same amount of excuses being made. I just don't understand the mental makeup of someone that says, no, you guys are wrong. Here's why Deshaun Watson is good, and let me explain the ways. Guys, he hasn't been good. If you spent every single one of your football Mondays defending ways as to why he's been good, as you mentioned, it's been years. But if we isolate this and we put it out to public consumption, it'll be littered with comments of people that feel the need, with their avatar attached, to be like, stop being mean to Deshaun. Deshaun's not that bad. He's not the problem. What has he done to deserve this from you? He hasn't been good. Fact. Full stop. We haven't seen it. Once he starts being good, cape up for your guy. It's your team. I understand. I made a decision. I walked away from that team. You don't have to. But week in, week out, to be like, what am I going to do today? Defend Deshaun Watson. It's whack.